Hello students, today we will start our fifth chapter, the data link layer. Here the data link layer is the layer number 2 in the ISO OSI and TCP IP model. In these chapters, we are going to study the design principle for the data link layer. The data link layer transforms the physical layer like the raw transmission facility to a link responsible for node to node communications. Here the introduction for the data link layer. Data link layer is the second number of the OSI model layer. Then the data link layer transform the physical layer and the raw transmission facility to a link responsible for node to node communications. The data link layer takes service from the physical layer and gives services to the network layer. This data link layer is mainly responsible for communications between two adjacent machines which are connected by the communication channel, and this communication channel makes error and they only have benefit finite data rates, and there are non-zero propagation delay. These limitations affects the efficiency of data transfer. Then all the data link layer protocols used for communications must take all these factors into the considerations. Then here some design issues. The main functions of the data link layer are providing first is providing a well defined services interface to the network layer. Then second is dealing with transmission error, and third is regulating the flow of data so that slow receivers are not spammed by the fast senders. For this the data link layer take the packets. Here these are packets. This is the sending machine and this is the receiving machine. Here header payload field trailer, and then header payload field and trailer. These packets is get from the network layer and encapsulate them into the frames for transmission. Each frame contains a frame header, then payload field, and third is holding the packets, and the frame trailer as shown in this figure. The data frame, also called as the frame, and is organized data structures into the which data is placed for transmission across the network. And data frame defines how the data is organized, and packets is a chunk of information that is exchanged between computer or network. A packet can contains data, control codes, messages or commands. This frame management is the major issue in the data link layer. Then packets contain some data, control codes and informations and also comments. Then design issues. There are the four types of the design issues. First one is the services provided to a network layer. Second is framing, and third is enroll control, and last is flow control. Then first is service provided to a network layer. The data link layer provides several services to the network layer. The functions of the data link layer is to provide the services to the network layer. The principal services is transferring data from the network layer on the source machine to the network layer on the destination machine. The data link layer can be designed to offer various services. The actual services offered can vary from system to system. Three reasonable possibilities that are commonly provided are: first one is the acknowledge connectionless services, second is unacknowledged connectionless services, and third is acknowledge connection oriented services. Then first is unacknowledged connectionless services. In this the sender machine send the frame to the destination machine without having the destination machine acknowledge them. No logical connection is established beforehand or released afterward. If a frame is lost due to noise on the line, and no attempt is made to detect the loss or recover from it in the data link layer, this class of the services is appropriate when the error rate is very low, so that recovery is left to higher layers, and it is also appropriate for the real time traffic such as voice, in which the late data are worse than bad data. Then most of the LANs use unacknowledged connectionless services in the data link layer. Then second is acknowledge connectionless services. When these services is offered, there are still no logical connections used, but each frame sent is individually acknowledged. In this way, sender knows whether a frame has arrived correctly. If it has not arrived within a specified time interval, it can be sent again, and these services is useful over unreliable channel such as the wireless system. Adding ACK in the DLL rather than in network layers in just optimizing and not requirement. If the individual frames are acknowledged and retransmitted, entire packets get through much faster. On the reliable channel such as fiber, the overhead of heavyweight data like protocol may be unnecessary, but on wireless channel with their inherent unreliability, it is well worth of the cost. And third type is acknowledge connection oriented services. Here the source and destination machine establish a connection before any data are transferred. Then each frame sent over the connection is numbered, and the data link layer guarantee that each frame sent is indeed received, and furthermore guarantee that each frame is received exactly once and that all frames are received in the right order. When connection oriented services is used, then transfer go through three distinct phases. First is in the first page, connection is established by having both sides initialize variable and counters needed to keep track of which frames have been received and which ones have not. Then in this page, one or more frames are actually transmitted. In the third and final page, connection is released. That means freeing up the variables, buffers and other resources used to maintain the connection. Then second is main second type is framing. Group of physical layer bit stream into the units, that means message called as the frames. Breaking the bit stream into the frames is called as the framing. And the data link layer is intermediate between network layer and physical layer. So data link layer must use the services provided by the physical layer. Here data link layer translate the physical layers raw bit stream into the distinct units. Units means messages. Then this raw bit stream into the distinct unit is called as the frames. And how can frames can be transmitted? So the receiver can detect frame boundaries. That is how can receive the organize the start and end of the frame. First is the character. These are the framing methods. First is the character count, second is the flag byte with byte stuffing, and third is the starting and ending flag with the bit stuffing, and last is physical layer coding violations. Then first is the character count. Character count method use a method in the header to specify the number of characters in the frame. It is called as the character counts. That means it specify the number of character. The data link layer at destination check character count. It is known as known how many character follows and whether the end of the frame. Here when the data link layer at the destination sees the character count, it knows how many character follows and hence where the end of the frame is. Here the suppose 5, 6, 6, 8, 8. These are the character count, and one character suppose 3. Here the frame 1 having 5 character, then frame 2 having also 5 character, frame 3 also having 8 character, and frame 4 having also 8 character. Here frame 1, frame 2 and now a character here the counts. That means a trouble with algorithm is count that can be grable by transmission error. Here the problem with this method is the count can be garbable by the transmission error. In this figure, in the figure B, character 5 in frame in the frame 2 becomes 7. So the destinations frame get out synchronization and it is unable to locate the start of the next frame. So in case of any error in the data, it can be transmitted, and character count method is rarely used anymore. Then second is flag pipe.